So today we are making shrimp fried rice like they do in the Chinese restaurants. So we're going to show you how to do that. So we're just getting some prep work ready. So for the rice, we have overnight rice. So what we're going to do is just crush it up into each grain rice. So it's separated. So when you do refrigerate it, it will turn it to be a little bit not as soft, and which is great for fried rice. And if you do cook it for specifically for fried rice, you can use a little bit less water. So usually it's a 1-to-1 ratio depending on your rice. For normal rice situation, 1 cup of rice and 1 cup of water. So if you're just making it for fried rice only, you can tone it down a little bit, like 80% to a full cup. So you're gonna get all those lumps from bricks and smush it down. So you can use a wet your hands, or use a glove like this to prevent it to stick to your hands. So have each individual grains of rice. You don't want to have lumps. That will help you a lot when you're doing the fried rice situation. If you do not do this, you will have a lot of time that you're going to smooshing and then separating it while trying to do the stir fry situation. So which is not ideal. So prep work. So I have been doing some prep work here, getting the shrimp ready, getting the veggies, getting the condiments and everything. So this is a pretty easy, simple version of shrimp fried rice. You can add a lot of different things to it. Today I'm just going to do shrimp for the protein. You can do anything from shrimp, beef, pork, chicken if you want. So I'm also going to show you how to clean the shrimp as well and how to season it. So after we are done with the rice here, we're going to move on to that part. And for the vegetables wise, you can use like carrots, diced carrots with peas, and you can use any type of greens and vegetables you want. Today I have some stems of a Chinese vegetables, which is called choisum. You can find this at Asian supermarket. So I just take the endwood part and then cut it up a little bit. So this will give it a good crunch and some good flavors as well. And then I also have some green onions, the white part of the green onions, all cut up as well. For the seasoning, it's just gonna be soy sauce. For the seasoning of the rice, it's just gonna be soy sauce, white pepper, and salt. And finish it off with some sesame oil after you turn off the heat. All right, so we got the rice almost all prepared. Then the next step I'm going to show you is to get the intestines out of the shrimp. And I'm using, for this size of bowl of 5 rice, I'm using 3 eggs. All right, so that part is taken care of. So let's put this over here. All right, move on to the shrimp. So the shrimp rice, to get the intestines out, gonna squeeze it together and use a handy dandy toothpick, poke it in, and get that. See how nasty that is? So get that out. Once again, form it into U shape. Stick the toothpick in the middle. Get it out. For this big size shrimp, I'm gonna cut it in 3 pieces. Just gonna wash it and then pat it down, and then season it with salt, white pepper, and sesame oil. All right, so I got the shrimp cream. Just gonna season it with the little salt and white pepper, marinate it, and then some sesame oil. All right, so that's the seasoning for the shrimp. So it's ready. So we're going to go to the wok station outside. And it might be a little hard to hear me as the wok station is pretty powerful. So see you in a bit. All right, so we're at the wok station. With the wok station, it give you a lot of Wok Hei. So the BTU is very high. So what Wok Hei is that it will it's called, literally translate to breath of the wok. So you get that flavor when you live outside, like a Chinese restaurant. It's kind of different than what you cook, how you cook it, no matter how you cook it at your home. So the difference is that the wok station here is the high BTU that you get. So I got a seasoned wok. Gonna turn that up. Gonna put the oil in. Gonna cook the shrimp first. This is a great workstation. As you can see, you have a lot of space, no matter upstairs and downstairs to work with. So I'm gonna cook that around 80%. And then also gonna add the vegetables in a bit. I don't want to add it too early, and I don't want it to be too smooshy. I still want it to have a little bit of crunch situation going on. So around 70% or so, when the shrimp is cooked around 70%, I'm going to add in the veggies for a brief couple of seconds. So almost there. So like you said, this is a very powerful workstation. If of course, if you don't have this, you can use it on normal pan at home and do it at your kitchen. But I found it as a very great investment. I think it's $300, but for the what I have used it for, and it doesn't use a lot of gas. I think I use it around 2 times a week around, and I have this propane for around 9 months, and it's still going. All right, so that's good. Gonna drain out all the oil. Can turn off the heat now. Yeah, as you can hear, it's like a freaking jet engine, especially if you hear it live. Ooh, you will know how powerful this thing is. And with the $300, it comes with the wok, this handy dandy tool as well. So it's a great investment. Hey, Cuisinart, if you're listening, if you're on, this is not sponsored, but I would like to be sponsored. So hit me up if you see this video. All right, so let that drain out. I'm going to put the excess oil out. You can probably use this for like 3-4 times. And I'm using avocado oil, which is, they said it's more healthy, right? All right. So now, going to cook it up again. Now going to do the fried rice now. Turn the heat back on. This is going to be very quick. Everything is going to be very, very quick. That's why we want to have those rice prepared. Now for the seasoning, do the soy sauce around the edge of the wok. Again, you don't want it burn, so you want to move relatively quick. Now the salt. Add everything back in. Add the white pepper. Almost done. So with this powerful wok, you don't have to worry about like having rice that's soggy and stuff like that. But be sure to move quick. Right, then almost done here. Just a few more, cook it for a few more seconds. All right, turn the heat off. And then drizzle a little bit of sesame oil. Give it another toss. And then it's plating time. So everything is going to be relatively quick. Of course, if you're using a normal kitchen instead of a workstation here, it's going to take a little bit longer. What you want to do is want to make sure the rice and you probably want to cook the eggs a little bit more before you put in the rice if you're using a normal pan situation, because you don't want it to be too soggy, the rice and everything. So there it is, fried rice like we do at Asian takeout. Just mainly the prep work need a little bit more time, but everything else should be relatively quick. So if you like the content, please like and subscribe. And until next time, thank you.